Hello everyone. Today we will look at the idea of state retention using functions. So let me start by writing a small function. So we say definition f, I can say n, for example, and I am going to write another small function definition f2 maybe m, and then here, for example, I can say return n to the power of m. Okay, and now here I'm going to return f2. So what is it doing? So I have first function which has an argument of n, and second function f2 with an argument m, which is returning n to the power of m. And the function that f is what is doing, it's basically returning f2, the function itself. That's what it's doing. So what does this mean? If I say a equal to f, right? If I put 2, what am I getting? What is a? A is a function f2, right? This is f2. A is basically now a function f2. So now I can run a, right? I can run a, but since it's a function f2, I need to supply something m, right? So I put say 3, so I have 2 to the power of 3, which is 8. I can say a 1, so I get 2, right? 2 to the power of n to the power of m, which is 2 star star 1, and so forth. So now we have, so what, so it's nothing very fascinating as such, but what is the idea? So now if I do, I can say b equal to, I can say f maybe say 4, right? Now what is b? B is 4 to the power of m. It is returning back f2, which is n to the power of m, right? So now if I call b, how do I call? I can call 1 4. So what do we see? So b, if I say 2, which is 4 to the power of 2, so 16. So what we are looking at here, so once again, so a, right, a 1 is 2, b 1 is 4. I can say a to the power of 2 is 4, b to the power of 3, for example, 64, right? So which means a is basically remembering the 2 we passed in the beginning, and b is retaining 4, right? So which is available throughout our program. So these functions, these kinds of behavior, they are basically called factory functions. So they basically retain state, so which has some applications which we can discuss later. So we also have seen classes which can also be used to state retention purpose. For example, I can say class my class, right? My class maybe, and we can just definition in it, right? Self maybe y, right? And I say self dot y equal to y. We have already reviewed, briefly seen classes, so we are only writing the init just to show the state retention. So my instance, right, 1, if I say my class, right, and I am passing 2, so that 2 is coming here, and now it is attaching that y to the y, right? So if I do my instance 1 dot y is 2, right? So now I can do another, say my instance, I'm creating 2, another one, my class, if I say 3, if I say my instance 2 dot y becomes 3. So I can use, so this instance is called an instance of this class. It is returning 2, and this instance is returning 3. I can update or change, so it is returning that value. So classes are also can be used for state retention, but we were specifically looking at functions and using enclosing scope we discussed the other day. Oh, and so we saw that we can use um, we can use um, we can use the code of this style to using the nested functions. So we can basically use it for state retention. They are called factory functions. And thank you very much for watching.